Today we are in chapter 2 of Proverbs, and the title of the text is The Lord Gives Wisdom, starting in verse 1. My son, if thou wilt receive my words and hide my commandments with thee, so that thou incline thy ear unto wisdom and apply thine heart to understanding. Yet if thou criest after knowledge and liftest up thy voice for understanding, if thou seekest her as silver and searchest for her as for hid treasures, then shalt thou understand the fear of the Lord and find the knowledge of God. For the Lord giveth wisdom, out of his mouth cometh knowledge and understanding. Verse 6. Wisdom is not something a man takes, but that the Lord giveth through his words, which is in the case Solomon is inspired to speak. He layeth up sound wisdom for the righteous. He is a buckler to them that walk uprightly. He keepeth the path of judgment and preserveth the way of his saints. Verse 7. As we store up God's commands, he layeth up sound wisdom as our reward. Success is competence or sound judgment. Righteousness means corresponding to God's ethical instruction. The Hebrew word for uprightly implies genuineness and reliability. It also translated integrity. Then shalt thou understand righteousness and judgment and equity, for every good path. When wisdom entereth into thine heart, and knowledge is pleasant unto thy soul. Verse 9 through 10. Understanding is further result of seeking wisdom. A person can live ethically when he has wisdom in his heart. God's wisdom entering a person and making godly knowledge seem pleasant amounts to regeneration. Discretion shall preserve thee, understanding shall keep thee, to deliver thee from the way of the evil man, from the man that speaketh froward things. Verse 12. Froward is literally turned over, making something into something else. In this case, turning truth into a lie. Who leave the paths of uprightness to walk in the ways of darkness. Who rejoice to do evil and delight in the frowardness of the wicked, whose ways are crooked, and they froward in their paths. Verse 15. Crooked is the opposite of upright. It means twisted or distorted. To deliver thee from the strange woman, even from the stranger, which flattereth with her words, which forsaketh the God of her youth, and forgetteth the covenant of her God. Verse 16 through 17. The strange woman has turned away from her husband and wants to destroy the society. The stranger has allegiance to a different community and no interest in preserving the community of the faithful. Flattering speech always has an agenda that includes the destruction of others. This warning applies to any person who appeals to base instincts with ulterior motives. The covenant of her God, or her covenant with God, is the marriage covenant to which God was witnessed. For her house inclineth unto death, and her paths unto the dead. None that go unto her return again, neither take they hold of the paths of life. Verse 18 through 19. The Hebrew word for the dead is the same as that of the Rephaim, a Canaanite people, but in Hebrew poetry it refers to the residents of the grave. That thou mayest walk in the way of good men and keep the paths of the righteous. For the upright shall dwell in the land, and the perfect shall remain in it. But the wicked shall be cut off from the earth, and the transgressor shall be rooted out of it. Verse 20 through 22. Figuratively, to dwell in the land means to enjoy God's blessing through a relationship with him. Transgressors are unfaithful in relationship. Here they have abandoned commitment to God. Verse 1 through 22. The first 4 verses of this chapter are a condition, if, followed by 2 results, then. Verses 12 through 15 and 16 through 19 describe the benefits of the results, being rescued from the way of evil and from forbidden women. Verses 20 through 22 are the conclusions.